Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the GE dryer O-ring. It's going to be a very easy repair and it should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new O-ring. The O-ring is located on the end of the drum support shaft. The main reason to be changing it out is if yours is lost or damaged. In order to get to the part, we have to take the dryer apart. First thing we're going to do is open up the door so we can remove the screws that hold the top on. We're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to take them out. There's one on each corner, right at the top of the door. With the screws out, we can lift the top up. You're going to carefully lift it up and release it. And then you might have to pull it out just a hair. And then you need to lift it up so these 3 tabs come out and you can pull it off. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver and remove the screw that holds the front panel on. There's one on each side. Now we can take the front panel off. To do that, you want to very carefully pull the top forward, and then you can lift the bottom of the panel off the little mounting tabs and swing it off to the side. With the front panel off the dryer, we have to take the wires off the door switch so we can set it aside. First thing we have to do is pull this little tab out so we can remove this panel. All you have to do is swing it to one side, and then we have to disconnect the wires on the door switch. So we're going to use a small screwdriver. We're going to pop them off. On our model, the yellow with the red was on the front one right here. And then the other one we have to remove is the small white one in the back. We don't have to remove the big 1/4-inch one because it goes up to the dryer light. Once you have those wires off, we can swing this little cover back over, and then we can disconnect the red and black one, which is the other wire for the light bulb. All you have to do is disconnect those and then make sure that these wires are out of the way. Then you can lift the front panel out of the way and set it aside. Now that we have the front panel off, we're going to use our Phillips screwdriver and remove these 2 screws, one on each side. And this will allow the side panels to open up a little bit to make it easier to pull the drum out. With these 2 screws out, you can flex the panels out just a little bit, and that'll give you a little bit extra room to pull this drum out. Once you have the panels separated a little bit, we can reach underneath and take the belt off the pulleys. To take the belt off the pulleys, you want to reach in underneath the tub and grab the idler pulley with your right hand and pull it to the center of the machine. Once you have some slack in the belt, you can take it off the pulleys. Once you have it off, you can let go of the idler and pull your arms out so we can lift the drum out. Now we can lift up on the belt and use it to lift and guide the drum out of the dryer. Once you have it out, we can set it aside. Now that we have the drum out, we have access to the back. Here's where the part is located. Normally if you're changing out the O-ring, it's because you're going in there and changing out the bearing anyways. So make sure you check out both the bearing and the shaft. To get the O-ring off, all you have to do is take a small flathead screwdriver and kind of pry underneath it and get in its groove, and then you can lift it off the shaft. Here's the old O-ring next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Now we can install the new O-ring. All you have to do is push it up onto the shaft, so stretch it out a little bit and goes into the groove. Once you have it in place, we can put the drum back in the dryer. You want to make sure that the shaft goes into the center right here so it lines up and goes in right. Once you have it on there, you can set it down and make sure that the grooves are against the drum and the belt is right here on its wear mark where it was before. We can reconnect the belt through the pulleys. You're going to reach in just like when we took it off and pull the idler pulley to the center of the dryer, and then we can loop the belt over the top of the idler pulley and under the motor pulley, so that when we let go of it, it has tension on it. Once you have it routed, you can pull your arms out. With the drum back in place, we can put these side screws back in. Now we can reconnect the wires to the door switch and the light bulb. So we're going to get this protective panel out of the way again. And remember, the small white terminal went in the back. And then the red and yellow wire went on this one. Then we can swing the cover back in place and reconnect the red and black one. So all you have to do is plug it in, make sure it gets good connection. Once you have all the wires reconnected, we're going to swing the panel around and put it onto its mounting brackets. Then we can push it forward on the top and lift up on the drum. And you may have to wiggle it a little bit, so these little tabs right here go into the front panel. Now that we have the front panel on, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screws back in. Now we can put the top back on. Remember, you want to make sure that these 3 tabs go into their slots, just like when we took it off. And then you're going to have to lower it down, and you want to make sure that this lip right here clears this. You might have to pull it out a little bit, making sure that the tabs don't come out. Then you need to lower it down so the lip of this right here goes underneath this bracket. Then you can push it forward so this tab goes up into the top. With the top back on, we can use our Phillips screwdriver to put the screws back in. Now that we have the dryer put back together, you can close the door, plug it back in, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.